So I guess this is part 2 of my Iflight stuff. And these arrived at the same time as the ESCs I showed on my previous video. And I've been waiting on the Iflight Xing 2208s to go on my Vert Freestyle V2 build for weeks now. It must be about 3 weeks or so. And the Iflight 2208s are black with a green top on. So I got myself some green props, and I thought, oh, I'll use a black camera, as you do when you're planning out a new build. And I was waiting for the slim ESCs to come as well. And then my motors arrived, and I thought, whoa, let's have a look. And they're not green. So these are the newer versions of the Xings, and these are the 2208s, 1800 kV, in this rather sort of unusual spotty pink with blue and gold bits on them. And I can't kind of decide if I like them or not. I did a quick straw poll with the lads at Norfolk FPV, and the couple of people who commented seemed to love them, but personally speaking, I kind of wish they were the green ones. But I've been really looking forward to get these motors. Because it's the first time I've tried a 2208, and there's a few people, really good pilots, who subscribe to this channel, former FPV and a few others, who swear by 2208s. So I've been really looking forward to getting them. He also sent me, if I can find the right box, he also sent me the 2306s, because I bought myself some of the pink 2306s for my Hyperlow CG, to replace the F60s. I bust one. So I got the 2306 2450 kV Iflight Xing in pink, and I was flying them the other day on a 5S on my Hyperlow CG. So when he said he was going to send me a few spare 2306s, I thought happy days. And then again, these are rather unusual. I've got to say, this particular colour I really like. When I was first speaking to Patrick Xing, I kind of said to him, why does nobody make orange motors? And he didn't have an answer for that. So please, somebody make some orange motors. But these are kind of my favourite of the new wacky designs. These are kind of like a goldy orange and grey, which I think is pretty sweet. And if you compare them actually to the 2207s, you can really see the size difference. There's a huge difference in bell size, and if we get them on, the scales, of course this is with full wire. I'll stick my review of the 2207s up there actually, because it's pointless going over the same stuff again. But with a full length of wire, which I think is 150mm or 160mm. So they come in at 37.7, and these guys come in at 33.4. So there's about 3 grams difference between them. And as I've said previously, 2306 is a motor size that I personally really like, although recently I've ended up flying 2207s more than 2306s, and I like them because they don't have a huge amount of power at the top end, and I personally like that, because as they fade you don't get that sort of rapid attack that you do on 2207s. I kind of like the softness of them, And you tend to sort of feel a little bit more of throttle resolution at the bottom end because they're not as they haven't got as much power. They're not as snappy. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on with these 2207s. I guess like all things, you get used to flying whatever you're flying, and power is always an addictive thing. So I'm sure I'll love them. But I wonder what they're going to look like on my Vert V2. So yeah, so thank you very much, Patrick, for sending these out. I'm just rather shocked at the colour of them. Just want to have a quick look actually, because the first batch I got of these, the quality was immense, and they were the 2207s. So let's just see if these are the same. And we actually have, I've noticed this on all the recent ones I've had actually. The first ones I got didn't have thread lock on, but you can see now they've all got thread lock on. I found that with the 2306s I bought. And again, we've got a nice big thick M3 set screw. Can I get this out of here? Yes, I can. So again, you can see yeah, the quality is just exceptional. Again, I mean, there's a little bit of balancing gunk. You can see at the bottoms, here, around the bottom, but nothing at all. I kind of always think of the Emax RS2 when I'm looking at mortars because of how much gunk they had on them. That's there. And again, we've got this little sort of O-ring which is there to help protect your bearings. So yeah, the quality hasn't dropped. Still the same as it was. So yeah, hats off to Iflight. I'm really enjoying these motors, and I think they're fantastic for the money. So that pretty much covers it. So you'll see these guys on my Vert V2, and I'll let you know how I like them and what I think of them when I've built and flown that quad. And the 2306, as you can see on my later video with the Hyperlow CG, which I had a bit of fun on the edit with. So I'll put all the links to those videos in the description if you're curious. But yeah, cheers to Iflight for sending me these, and I shall get a building. Cheers guys, thanks, bye bye.